Hi everyone.
Thanks for stopping back by our channel. We wanted to just give a quick video about some things that we have discovered that can be annoying and hard to deal with as parents of special autistic kids. One of them is Caleb wants to watch the same show ad nauseum. And and sometimes he doesn't really even pay attention to it. He pays attention to bits and pieces of it. Sorry guys, that's our cat there in the background. He's mad at me because I put vinegar on him a little bit ago, but he's gotten over it. For fleas. I read that that's an easy way to, I figured it was worth a shot. That it seemed like a good way to try to get rid of some fleas. But so over the years, there have been different shows that Caleb has wanted to have on ad nauseum. And it can be very, very annoying for you and siblings. So I didn't understand why he did that until I found a Focus on the Family video. I'm going to try to link it in the description box below, where the dad said he was also raising an autistic child, and he said that those movies, those shows, they know what happens. Right. It's predictable, whereas life in the real world is not. And there's so many things that happen in life that they just don't understand, but they know what's going to happen in their favorite show. Mm-hmm. And that knowledge gives them comfort. Right. And so when I heard that, it totally put a different spin on my feelings and my emotions about his shows. Caleb doesn't watch the same show for years. He watches the same show for 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
And
sometimes, a month maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he sometimes he'll watch. He's like Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2. He'll watch that sometimes 7 times in a day, back to back.
We've learned to keep the volume on the TV low, and because he doesn't need to hear it, he just wants it to be there. And there are different parts of the show that he'll get excited about, and he'll come and jump and dance or whatever. There was a time a while back that his favorite show was an 8-minute short video called Hawaiian Vacation. And that was really hard to deal with. We had to, because he also wanted us to put the remote control back up after starting the show. And when you are barely awake in the morning and he wants you to put the same thing on.
I think you watch it like 10 times when I'm getting him on the bus with the whole routine and everything, like 10 times. And he's just,
it can be hard. And, but Jeremy just a couple of weeks ago got him to do something different.
So what I said was, it was me and him, Meredith and Rachel were away, and he was watching VeggieTales, and he was watching the same 2 ad nauseum. No, actually the same one over and over and over. And so I just, when the ended, I had the controller. I looked at him. I said, Daddy needs you to pick something else, something different. Because if you don't, I will. And I said it just like that. And then he said, he pointed to a new one. And he said, okay, we'll do that. And then the next one, he picked one of the ones that he was watching over and over. And then the next one, he picked something entirely different than the one before that was different. So he began to alternate. And so they understand. It's just that that line was new and different.
The phrase that he used
was different. But I looked at him, I enunciated, and he understood that I needed to pick something different because Daddy was a little annoyed. A little, I hit the boiling point, and so he listened and he obeyed, and so that was the routine for watching the veggie sales for the remainder of some time that day. So he just would be the same, different, same, different, same, different. And
we're grateful that our Caleb understands. His receptive language is very good. He understands what you're telling him. I know some kids on the spectrum don't have as good of receptive language, so your communication with them have to be a little different. But you know your child. You know your child better than anybody else. Don't let anybody convince you that you don't know what your child is trying to tell you. And what we try to do is we try to give him the words as he needs them, as we're in a situation. Another new habit that he has started, he's been doing this for about a month, is turning off the lights.
And that's in the morning. We're waking up.
As I'm in the kitchen making breakfast, he'll run in the kitchen like a sniper and turn off the lights. And that really can push your buttons.
I mean, I found myself eating breakfast with the lights off, sitting next to him, because I eat breakfast with him in the morning, and it can be a little somewhat taxing on your nerves, but I've learned, and we've learned that sometimes you just do it because this is what they need, and the thing is there's a balance of is this a habit that's gonna fall off, or is it a habit that there's a need, something that they've experienced that they're needing, they're wanting for you to help them with, or they're finding this, they're going from one place to another, and so you don't know if you pushing on this new habit could cause something to not
it could cause you don't know if what you're trying to fight against is something that could confuse them further or make them more upset. When he's running to turn off the light, sometimes we let it go. Sometimes we say, no, we need the light on.
And we have him go back and turn the light off rather than us turn the light off, because we need to understand that we need a light.
And his big sister Rachel gets really frustrated with him, especially in the mornings when he's running around turning off the lights. So last night I had the idea of giving him the words, "You are a kind boy, but turning off the light is rude." And I said, "You're not rude," or I would just use that phrase, and or something close to it. I used the word rude. Turning off the light is rude, and he seemed to understand. And I made him go back and turn the light on. I need the light. This behavior is rude. Not that you are rude, but what you're doing is rude. And that's something that is important for him to learn, that he's not the center of the earth. No. There are other people in this family that function a different way than him. We understand his needs, but we also need you to understand you don't live in a vacuum.
The thing is, he does, when he uses the restroom, he likes to have the light off. And that's okay. And
he hasn't used a nightlight in his bedroom for years.
Yeah.
He decided to get rid of it years ago.
And it was very, very emphatic.
He was very decisive. He knows what he wants. And so we're learning to work through that, but also giving him the vocabulary to know what is acceptable and what is not. And this morning I was surprised and proud of him. He didn't run in the kitchen and turn off the light while I was cooking breakfast. He let the light be on during at the dining room table, wasn't it?
I think so.
He didn't turn off the light on his sister. I do remember that. So
I think he kept it off with us when we were eating breakfast, but she turned it back on and kept it, and it stayed on.
So anyway, we just you know, I want to encourage you. We want to encourage you that you have been chosen to be your child's parent.
Yeah.
And since you were chosen to be your child's parent, then you have all the grace and the peace and the strength that you need to walk each day. Yes, we are still in the trenches. We know days are hard.
Yeah.
But it does get better, and changes come, challenges come, but the Lord gives you the grace each day, and so we want to bless you. We want to pray for you that you would step into the grace that you have been given as the chosen parent of your child, and enjoy the journey, and
don't let the new things that they're doing, new habits that they're forming, get you confused, get you bogged down. Talk about it between you and your spouse. Talk about it and figure it out and try to understand what's going on, what might be happening that we just don't see. Because a lot of what they're doing is they're doing things and we just don't see it. We don't know why they're doing it.
We don't understand why they're doing it.
But we need to understand, try to understand the best that we can what's going on, and try to help them navigate life, because they're trying to navigate the world, and so our job as parents is to help them navigate it as best they can in a real world situation.
So we thank you for your comments, your suggestions, your thoughts. We want to be able to help you as much as we can and share our story, share our journey. Please comment below with any questions, comments, thoughts, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys.
Bye-bye.